Okay, so I'm now looking at my hostel. This is a beautiful, very old, although I think it was restored in the Victorian ages, building. Thank God it's only 3 stories tall, so even I only have to go up 2 flights of stairs at the most. I'm actually right now in the village of Whitby. And I'm going to point out a few sites. That's considered the new bridge over there across the water. Behind it, if you can see the arches there, I believe that's the new trellis for the 5 or 6 steam engines that actually tour in this area. Let's get in there. There we go. And I have to say that it's very nice. I mean, granted, Manhattan Beach and Redondo Beach don't have quite these cliffs. I just wanted to zoom in here a minute on the tall ship that's in the harbor, if you can't see it on the screen yet, because the screen is so much smaller than what the television will be, but there she is. A nice, grand, tall ship. A lot of little tour boats that go up and down the river-esque, and thankfully they're only about £2, so that's going to be pretty cheap. I'm going to walk around my hostel here just a minute, because we haven't yet seen the real kicker about this hostel, and it's kind of cool. I have no idea what some of those steeples are in the background, but I'm sure by the end of my week here I will, since this is the first morning and I'm only walking around while I'm doing laundry. A nice pedestrian thing. So Mom and Dad, you were paying £75 a night for cold breakfast. My hostel is, I think it's £20 a night, and it includes a nice all-you-can-eat hot breakfast with stunning views of Whitby. Let's climb through here. Ooh, a lot of people out today. This is what I wanted everybody to see. Does that or does that not look like Palos Verdes? I feel like home, like Palos Verdes before people built on it. So that was a sight that really warmed my heart this morning when I got up. Yay, a peninsula! So, continuing around my hostel. That's the car park and entrance, main entrance to it from the courtyard there. Quick brief view. So we're coming out onto one of the squares, and I'm not quite sure what this is, but my hostel is actually on the ruins of an old abbey. And it is very impressive, I must say. I plan to do the abbey tour when I'm done today. Unfortunately, we do have that radio tower in the background, which mars the view. I think I got a really good picture of this abbey at sunset. Now, the sun, for some reason, is right where I'm going, right there between the abbey there and that little tower there. The sun comes right there, which was not fun. I forgot there's, oops, I have to go the other way. The only downside to this place is that because we're on top of the cliff with great views down, you have to get down to the town. Pause. Okay, sorry about that. There was a little bit of a cock-up with the cars trying to back in and out on this one lane. Kind of funny. Would have taken a picture, but it wasn't that interesting. Anyway, so continuing on our tour, my hostel. Yes, I was talking about the downside. Anybody who watches this who happens to like old graveyards will be very pleased to know that in just a moment once we get past the garbage trucks and delivery trucks, that this abbey has a wonderful churchyard, parish churchyard. Now this is the new chapel, St. Mary's Church of England. So, I'm not quite sure if this churchyard belongs to the old abbey or if it belongs to this old church, and what's what and how it works. Like I said, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. But here we have a beautiful, I'd love to bring some paper out here and just etch some of these stones. This is St. Mary's Church, and you can see it's quite a big churchyard. With some beautifully carved headstones, if that's your thing. So we're coming back around to Whitby, the village of Whitby. I think this qualifies as a city in our terms, but they still call it a village. I'm just going to go to the end of this path so you can see the traditional way to the abbey, and the reason why my hostel has a very, very bad downside. But on the way, let's see if we can get a view of it over here to our right. There's a wonderful little lighthouse that I'm thinking I might trek out to this afternoon, time willing. Oh, it's not showing itself. Maybe when I get to the bottom here. Well, lighthouse is going to have to wait because we're now at the bottom of this. And what I don't like doing after having lived on the 6th floor of the last hostel is these are the 199 steps that you have to walk to get from Whitby to the Abbey. Anyway, so this is not a fun thing. And I'm still not getting a shot of the lighthouse. I wonder if this bench will hold up. No, still can't see it from here. Just barely peeking right off the top of that headstone. You can see the top of the lighthouse. Okay, I hadn't realized it had stretched all the way around the cape that far. Anyway, I think I should go check on my laundry now. But just again, doesn't that remind you of Palace Birdies? It's so nice to see a little bit of poem here.